Today on Invadeful Minds, we will invade money or power.
Welcome back to another episode here on Invadeful Minds. We were just mentioning, what would you choose, money or power? Money or power. Me, bro?
What's it do?
What's the difference? People
Kind of the same thing, huh?
would like to say, money is power.
Well, we can mention your ex, Jeff Bezos, the richest guy.
We were mentioning this on our previous podcast. If you guys are following us here on
Powerful guy in the world right now is Jeff Bezos because he's scooping up corporations left and right. I don't know if that's the kind of power you're talking about, or you're talking about like evil corruption.
So there, I feel like there is a difference, and like I was mentioning the episode before, we were talking about manipulation and whatnot.
Yeah.
But in this case, money can manipulate anything and everything, right? So in the ways it can give you power, but if you just have power, kind of like a dictatorship.
Yeah.
Technically, not because he's rich, you're scared of him. It's because he's a scary person.
Well, it's like well, you mentioned before, maybe off the record, but Hitler, he had a bunch of power. He had just come off of World War I, right?
Correct.
World War II.
Correct.
Germany's in all this debt. They had ridiculous contracts that they need to repay all the allies, I believe. Mm-hmm. And you know what? He thought, I'm not going to do that. The reason why we're in this much mess, the Jews, right?
Don't do that.
Oh, yes.
The Jews.
Well,
Dude,
his power came from anger and hate
towards Jewish people.
There was no money involved. Like the country was screwed after World War I. So
to me, I'm pretty sure there's historians out there that know the backbone of all of this story. I mean, there's always two sides to the story, because with that whole World War now, was that because there was money like in need for a certain country as to why they kind of said like, we need to start a war so we're like on a level playing field. So in a way, it's like, are these power hungry people just really just chasing money like us?
And
like,
it's not just like Hitler. The other dictators like
Fidel Castro.
That's the homie from Cuba, right? Yeah.
And there's tons.
I'm not a
bro.
historian.
I'm not a historian either, but
yeah, a lot of people would think that our current president is a dictator.
Yeah, and then to me, it's like the guy's a businessman.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's money, it's power,
it's money, but he obviously kind of born into money with his pops.
Yeah, for sure.
Excuse me, sorry.
So we're talking about money and power. What would be your motivation to have either?
My thing is, okay, if I have money, then I can lavish myself in buying a house, a car, spoiling myself. So then I feel like every American, including myself, is out there to get money.
Yeah,
we don't
capitalist.
We don't see ourselves as to, I want to have power so I can rule all of Arizona. Like, no, like I don't want to rule. I just want a comfortable living and be just well off,
But what if you had the power to be more than well off?
See, then
you know what I mean?
then I feel like that's when we're hitting those higher up rich people, because I feel like their want of power and control. I mean, think of it as like this. Okay, you just said it. Who's that guy? Just for those people that don't know the name that he was mentioning, who is that guy and what makes him so rich? What was his name? John Stamos, you just said?
Jeff Bezos?
So
yeah,
who
Jeff Bezos, yeah.
Give me some background.
CEO of Amazon. The reason why Amazon is so big right now is because it's literally going and dipping its filthy rich hands into other pockets of the market, which is what... I mean, this guy bought out, what's that grocery store?
Walmart? No.
It's not a healthy place. It's not Sprouts. It's
Trader
Whole
Joe's.
Foods. I think it's Whole Foods.
Okay.
He bought Twitch, an online streaming service. That Ring app.
So he pretty much
He's going everywhere, right?
he's going everywhere because he has that kind of money. But in a way, like I said, when you have the money and you can spoil yourself, you kind of stop, right? Wouldn't you hit like a comfort
I
zone?
think you get to like the Bill Gates level where he's just like, I'm chilling here. It's not like I need to get any richer and give back to the communities.
Do you feel like maybe somebody bumped them or rubbed them the wrong way and said, "Oh, you're just one of those internet dealer guys," and he said, "Well, guess what, Botifoki? You know, I'm sorry."
Yeah. Like,
Bleak.
this guy has like a vendetta to like show his
Yeah.
third grade teacher
So
that told him
so
he was
what
gonna
if
amount to anything.
say this what's his name? I'm just gonna call him Amazon Prime. Jeff. So Amazon
Name
Jeff. My name's Jeff. So this Amazon Prime dude, the owner of everything,
Yeah.
he probably bumped into the Whole Foods owner, and the Whole Foods owner says, "I own a chain link through all America, and you just sell your stuff on a laptop." And he must have been like, "I'm worth more than you're worth." But maybe the Whole Foods guy says, "Yeah, but I can show you my stores. Where's your store?" Like in your bedroom because you run everything out of a laptop. You see what I'm saying? Like people sometimes see themselves off of material things. It's like me. Okay, I own a house. A lot of people can say like, "Well, I don't own a house. I own an apartment.
Yeah.
I own a trailer. This is all I have." And I look like, "Oh, your house sucks, or your apartment, or your double wide is nothing like a home. You don't know what a home is." You know.
Yeah.
And then there's obviously people that own a bigger home than me, 2 stories, 3 stories, mansions, and those guys kind of look at me like, "Oh, you think you're badass because you own a home? Wait until you add a 5-car garage. Wait until you own 7 bedrooms and you have 12 bathrooms, because most of these mansions have more toilets than bedrooms." Right?
See, I think like it's not about somebody did them wrong. I feel like somebody in this, like that level of power, there's something wrong with them. I feel like it's already in their gene. Like there's a reason why
To want more.
Elon Musk, the dude of CEO of Tesla, he just operates like at a different wavelength. He's like next level. Like whatever you're playing checkers, he's playing chess. He's on another level. And I think that's the same thing with Trump, Bezos, Bill Gates. I think it gets to a point where it's no longer about the money. It's like, what legacy do I want to leave behind? Or that hunger that never stops.
Okay, and then it can be a good thing, and
it can be a good thing. I don't know if you'd want to be one of their best friends, you know, because you'd be like, "Hey, that's a cute startup you're doing there. Let me buy it out."
Well,
or like Facebook, where it bought Instagram, right? It wanted to buy Snapchat, and Snapchat said no. So what do? They're like, "All right, we're gonna incorporate all of your Snapchat features on Instagram with your filters, and we're going to just dominate that market as well." It stands in both ways, but they can do whatever they want because of the amount of power that they have.
Money. Yeah, because they have money. So, but see, I'm falling back on the same thing. These guys aren't happy with the money that they have. They just want to impose their power and will on other people that are up and coming, because they don't want to see somebody above them.
Do you think so?
I think so.
Because somebody that's in our position, like you said, you have a house, right?
I have a house.
Do you want a bigger house?
But I'm okay. I mean, I would like a bigger house.
Do you want a bigger house?
If I can, as of right now, I would like a bigger house. And people are going to call me out right now in the comment section like, "You suck." Yeah.
Well, like, they could say the same thing about anybody else like above you. There's always like a next tier.
See, okay, there's a next tier. I'm like starting to speak Spanish like see. Like, but so my thing is, the reason why I would like a bigger house is not that it has to be bigger necessarily. I need to have that extra room for my office. Why? Because I want to turn that office, obviously my workspace, and into the podcast room too. Yeah. Like I see it as an opportunity. Right,
but that's your opportunity, because we're operating at like a smaller scale
right now.
Now somebody let's say somebody double your net worth, triple your net worth, right? They're not millionaires. They're not okay. They may be millionaires, but let's talk about billionaire status. They're operating at such larger scale. Like it's not even about their home anymore. It's like, we need a bigger office for my team members. a bigger building. You know what I mean?
But like with the money that they make, do you think they don't already have that ability?
Yeah, that's a good point too.
So it's like to run Amazon, you need a 35,000 square foot building, so you can have levels, like 2 levels, for market managing, account billing.
Just shipment alone is ridiculous.
And then literally the other half portion of this building is your shipping site.
Yeah.
And then you go to Arizona, dude. Go to California. There's shipping facilities like hundreds.
There's one 5 minutes from here.
And like the UPS, USPS. Like, yes, we get it. You need those facilities. These are empty warehouses with AC units running 24/7. But people are working and they're moving. It's like you have that building. Do you want another one? Will it facilitate work? Then yes, okay, perfect. But that doesn't mean it's like, well, I'm going to open up another building and that Circle K on that corner over there, yeah, I'm going to buy that out because I just want to. Like, no, you just need to make sure that your business is at its, like, perfect prime, like at its prime. Like, just legit. No pun intended.
Do you think it's, like, I can see both sides of that where it's like, I need this to operate, but taking out the competition will, like, guarantee my success.
It can guarantee my success and profits. Then yes.
Look at Blockbuster. It was humongous. Netflix came. It was like,
dude, Redbox.
Redbox
torched Blockbuster. Blockbuster was renting out movies for
the amount
$5.
The stupid late fees. Yeah, and they were hell of expensive.
Really, just for like 2 nights. Like, oh, these are the special rentals, and you got to bring them back before 12, or else you get hit with a $30 fee. GameStop
is also right now. It's kind of like it's either hit or miss because
GameStop to me should have been closed down 10 years ago. So somebody's money laundering the freak out of that place big time because
Jeff Bezos.
somebody's got to be money laundering that company because there's no way, bro. Like, and I mean, it's not to like call them out or anything because you have Xbox Live, you have the PlayStation things where it's like. You buy everything online.
But, I mean, there's the used aspect of it where you bring in a PlayStation, they'll be like, I'll give you a solid $5 for that.
and then they sell it for $350 because they call it a classic.
Exactly my point. So, and then you get to the point where, their whole business relied on people buying, selling, like, getting their discs. And then what does Xbox do?
Download it
all. They even got rid of the
MP3,
disk drive.
MP4, yeah.
So they're guaranteeing like, hey, you're not getting any used games because you can't.
You can't.
You either buy a bigger storage.
You can't copy and resell.
Exactly.
There's a lot of that going on in the 2000s. Guys.
So is that their business? You know what I mean? Like it's obviously affected their profit.
I mean that's what affected their profits. Like movie pirating, because you would buy a DVD, you make 1,000 copies and say, why go to Walmart, buy it for $15 when I can sell it to you here for $3? And you have like 20,000 of them burnt on a DVD copy in your trunk.
You want to talk about your past?
Yes, because that's exactly what I would do. So guys, like seriously, you find a will, there's a way. But now it's like Fire Stick, jailbroken. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's my point. It's the CEOs, they know that they're obviously losing. Like say like Amazon alone, they know that there's packages being stolen all the time. Like they're literally called porch pirates. So they have to take the L on that. Yeah. And what do they need to do is achieve more success so they're able to take those small hits and be still a functioning company.
So I now know why he bought out Ring.
Yeah.
Because the reason why you have Ring, that doorbell that has a camera, is because you want to make sure that your Amazon packages don't get stolen.
Yeah.
So if he owns that company, he can see whether or not you're lying. And he could say, you liar.
Yeah.
I saw everything.
I saw you take that.
I seen that person 7 months ago because I can see your history.
Yeah, exactly.
Boom, bro.
You're in my database.
Bro.
You're in my database.
You are.
Yeah, like we don't understand,
Bro.
But
I figured him out.
At the end of the day, he's got power.
Dude.
He's got power. What's that dude? Mark Zuckerberg. He owns Facebook. Power. I think he stole that. The guy that franchised McDonald's wasn't the creator of it.
No,
he just took their idea. Power.
Yeah, I see. He used the land. He bought the land. I saw the movie, and he's like he bought the dirt and he put it under his name, but he obviously can't call McDonald's his own. Mm-hmm. It's like, no, but I'm renting the land that I bought
underneath your feet.
Yeah.
It's
and he owns it.
I mean, it comes off like
you'll always owe me rent. Like that's not your land. It's on my name. I bought that with my money.
It's I mean, it sounds manipulative, but it's also like that's kind of the world we live in. Like if you're not going to do it, somebody else will. Somebody will hop in. Like,
it's a Spanish saying, "Si no tranzas, no avanzas."
That's kind of
so that
like kind of screwing somebody over, but
so that means and if you translate it to English, "Si no tranzas," meaning if you don't manipulate or
you don't
hustle,
screw somebody over.
No avanzas, meaning you don't move forward. You don't move on. But that's like a thug mentality, hustler mentality. That's a gangster mentality. And Mexico is in the situation it is because it kind of thinks like that. Not all the people of Mexico think like that. No, not at all. There's many wonderful, beautiful places in Mexico.
But overall, the country has been.
But the government.
The government.
Just say it.
Now, United States, there's opportunity for somebody that's small to grow, and then there's like a fine point where it's a guy. It's like, oh, he runs his own business. That's great. His business grew a little bit. He's got 12 workers. All of a sudden, he's got 1,000 workers. All of a sudden, he's got 100,000. And then where's that line where it gets to the point where like that's no longer a small businessman. That's like a top dog, and screw that guy because he's too big. And
that's Amazon.
Yeah.
So you go from like a donut shop.
Amazon.
Yeah, we should call this Amazon Prime. No, like it's like this. Like, you know, if I'm able to provide a better life for my family, you being able to provide a better life for your family, not just my immediate family, like, you know, everybody. Except for my neighbor, I don't like that guy.
Screw that guy.
I'm just playing. That's a joke. No, everybody's cool. I like everybody there. But I'm saying, if you can be that helping hand, and I'm all for it, unless you're like a criminal ripping off people.
Yeah.
No, I want nothing to do with you, dude. Trust me. Like, I'm gonna hire a mercenary, and I'm just like,
because I can afford it.
Yeah, because I can afford it. Amazon Prime. No, I'm just like, that. The thing is, the power. So to me, I'm not about the power. Am I about the money? Yes, but only just for wealth. It's because, look, dude, like.
But it also means like power doesn't need to be negative. It could just be like you have the power to, like you said, like provide for your family. You have the power to give. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like that money in your pocket is power in your pocket.
Yeah. Like I feel like and I was honestly talking about this the other day with my wife. Dude, are you serious? You just let one rip, bro? What the heck? Excuse my partner.
Stupid Mike.
so yeah, stupid Mike. I was talking to my partner. And I was telling her, and it's funny how we're talking about money and power, and I felt like the devil, if you guys are religious or not, I'm not too religious, but I felt like the devil was smart enough or cunning enough to give power a face. And I felt like he used the money.
Yeah.
As, like, you can't see power. If I were to tell you, power, you think of like a Batman punch, power. Poof, like pow. Yeah. But honestly, what's the first thing you come to mind when you say power? I mean, a lot of people can say like, oh, missiles and like a super punch. Like, no, like I think the guy downstairs manipulated us humans just enough to give this green that nudge or that push to say, hey, we need this.
You're getting in deep.
Dude, that's and I was talking to her about that, like,
deep.
We're not as religious as we used to be nowadays. Back in the day, I feel like there's a lot more, different religions, different car insurances, different everything. There's a benefit. Everything's like a freaking benefit. Everybody wants a refund. And the only way the devil can seem to stay alive is to manipulate us through money, and give power a face by, putting a green stamp on it.
Yeah, I would think that's a quote from the Bible where it's like saying it's something about that. It's something like that where it's like all it's all like greed or something like that.
Yeah,
greed
money
or something like that. You know what I mean?
Greed.
But regardless, like if it's not money, it's something else. Like before civilization or
because
anything like that,
because people are like, oh, I want to fall in love. I want love. They sell us that in movies. You know what I mean? Like love, 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 love. But and then it's something in our human ability to get love. Sometimes for $2.99. No, no, play. So, like I said, we are able to have control of our own choices. So if we as people, we can move forward, and just if you don't have to be religious, just show the respect, show that you're moving forward, and take care of your loved ones. Man.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to interrupt this by the commercial provided from our sponsor that paid us money. Sponsored by Amazon.
Sponsored by that dude. No, they're probably gonna, if they buy us out, they're probably gonna be like, "Here's $1. Don't ever talk again."
They'll pay us to shut up forever.
They'll pay us to shut. Dude, that would be crazy cool.
I'll do it.
I'll do it. Give me $1,000 a day, and I'll shut up.
That's it.
I'll be quiet.
I don't know. I speak a lot for $1,000. $1,500. Well, I mean, at the end of the day, we're just trying to, like, you have a different outlook because you have a family already.
Yeah.
And for somebody that ignores that, like they just straight up hustle, like Steve Jobs.
Okay.
Like he was seen as somebody that revolutionized the world with just the iPhone.
Technology. Oh yeah.
And he wasn't known as the nicest guy.
Nope.
He was, you know what I mean? So, like, respect to the dead, but he was kind of a dick.
Yeah.
And that mentality was able to leave, like, a huge mark on the world. But
till this day, it's still leaving a big mark because it's in their pockets, it's on their desktops.
It's everywhere,
It's
man.
everywhere.
I mean, the Apple Watches, they cut off the, what is it called? The headphone jack, and guess what? They'll sell you AirPods now. And which is genius marketing and all that stuff, but I like I said before, I think it's different. It's somebody's different. Like in their head, they're not thinking like about just this. They're thinking about way
10 years from now.
10 years, 20 years after they're long gone. Like you best believe in 100 years, we're probably still going to have Apple here.
Yeah.
Unless Amazon makes something better.
If Amazon tries to buy at Apple, they'll go broke, bro.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. There's that possibility. Amazon and Apple might join forces, but see, Apple's on a whole different level, and I feel like the owner of Amazon wants to be on that level or on that power level as them.
Yeah.
To say, hey, I know you're the owner of Apple and you're worth $3.5 trillion, but I'm worth $3.4 trillion, and I'm right behind your heels, bro. I'm like right behind your heels.
Yeah.
And I own everything around you, by the way. Like everything.
Well, Apple was the first trillionaire company. And then shortly after, I think it was Google, Amazon.
They caught on. They're kind of like, wait, I know where this
that's like the
going.
next level, you know what I mean? Like we're the billionaire mark doesn't matter anymore when it comes down to companies. Like trillions. That's insane.
That's why if I can make 6 figures a year, I'd be super happy.
I'm going to go for 7 because this is America, the best damn country in the world.
I said I'd be happy. I wouldn't be satisfied. Don't get me wrong, people. See now, if the family wasn't the issue, then power would be my thing, because if I had power over you, I don't care how millions of cents you have in your pocket, I will run you out, boy. You'd be running and hiding underneath the rock, and I got the power to find you and throw you up in the air, toss you into the Antarctic Ocean over there in the middle of nowhere, and people are like, there's no such thing as the Antarctic Ocean. With my power, bro, believe me.
So we're gonna go into global warming now.
Let's go into global warming. Al Gore is just a puppet.
And the Earth is flat.
Yeah, flat Earth theory. That's definitely going to be in for our next podcast. But thank you guys for listening, tuning in with us. We do appreciate you guys taking the time to listen to us. Please subscribe to our channel here on YouTube, and also follow us on Instagram at InvadeFulMinds.
InvadeFulMinds. Hopefully soon we'll be up in iTunes, Google Play, Spotify. all that good stuff. We're gonna start off.
That way you guys can listen to us in the car.
Yeah, podcasts and everywhere.
Yeah, but for the meantime, go ahead, put this podcast while you're showering. Let that sucker play. You don't have to look at us while you're.
I like it.
We're here for you guys. Let us know. Put your comments down below. We're more than happy to continue our podcast and serving you guys and keeping you guys entertained. Thank you so much.
Thank you, man. This has been Invadeful Minds. We're out.